Taste and see, Lord. Thank you for your goodness, God. In the time there's no hope, your goodness, your kindness, oh God, overflowing.
Verse 4. Indeed, Mordecai was great in the king's house, and his fame spread throughout all the provinces. For the man Mordecai became greater and greater. Do you suppose he's just like in awe? Thinking, man, what in the world? How did I even get here? It was God. He raised him up. And I believe it was his integrity that spoke volumes. And God brought blessing to him. We do want to be thought well of. But what does Jesus say if you want to be great in God's kingdom? But in God's economy, it's the servant who's the leader. Don't be concerned about leading anybody. And as happened with Mordecai, you will gradually become more and more influential, but only as we walk in integrity and humility. And that comes with what we talked about earlier, being different, being peculiar. Verse 5, thus the Jews struck all their enemies with the sword, killing and destroying, and they did what they pleased to those who hated them. That sounds kind of sinister, doesn't it? They did what they pleased. What it means by that is they were accomplishing what they had purposed to accomplish. It pleased them greatly to be able to defend themselves. And they did it with gusto, unapologetically.
It says, the Jews attended to unfinished business of blotting out the memory of the Amalekites.
Boy, that's really poignant,
Yeah.
isn't it? Blot out their memory.
Because Saul didn't destroy them all when the Lord told Saul to destroy all the Amalekites. So at the time of Esther,
Yep, they're dealing with it.
yeah, so they
They
did the unfinished business.
They're finishing the business. There you go.
It was not complete obedience, it was partial obedience.
Yeah. And it's as partial obedience
Is
is disobedience. And there were consequences as a result. Yeah. Thank you, Sandra. Verse 6, at the citadel in Susa, the Jews killed and destroyed 500 men. And then it goes down and it lists all their names. But what it means is they were not backing down. They were out, I hate to say it, they were out for blood. Because they were out for their blood.
Right.
And they had families, they had wives, they had children. They had, the elderly to watch out for. They're not going to stand by and just let them be slaughtered. And that's what we would do as well, wouldn't we? We'd pour our heart and soul into defending our children, our grandchildren, those that we love. And
Well,
that's what they were doing.
They went from being almost killed to
Right.
having full power of who they are and what they stand for, so how could they back down?
So they
have to.
purposed in
Yeah.
their heart, I'm really glad you said that, to finish the job.
Yeah.
So
They had power in the numbers to do it.
they
And they
did.
had God on
And they
their
had,
side.
and they had the king
Exactly.
on their side, which was huge. So then it goes on, names all these names. Verse 10, it says, the 10 sons of Haman, the Jews' enemy, but they did not lay their hands on the plunder. Why would they not do that?
Because that wasn't their purpose.
Wasn't their purpose. They had every legal right to plunder. They could take whatever they wanted. They had the right to do that, but they did not.
We remember at the time of when the Lord told King Saul to destroy all the Amalekites, and Saul didn't do it, but instead Saul he get the plunder.
Yes.
This one, they destroyed them, and they didn't get the plunder.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete opposite.
It is the opposite. Everything about it is just the opposite. God's finishing what he started. Yeah.
From King Saul to Esther's time.
And you know, we think about that, all those years, whatever they were,
Yeah.
and yet to God, it was one day is as 1,000, 1,000 is as one. Time doesn't exist in his realm. Who has Romans 12:19?
Okay, do not take revenge, my friends, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, it is mine to avenge, I will repay, says the Lord.
Do you think the Lord has repaid? Do you think the Lord has avenged their enemies? I would say so. Yeah. That was Romans 12:19. So is there someone that you are holding a grudge against? Someone that you're struggling with feelings of bitterness against? God says, what? Let vengeance be mine. And, you know, if we want God to take care of it, if we want to take care of it, he'll step back and say, okay, show me how you want to do this, I'll watch. Or do you want me to do it?
We just trusting you, Father God. You know what you're doing in our lives, God. Just want to find shelter with your promises, oh God, shelter with your word, like what you did at your people at the time of Esther, God. When the enemy is surrounding them, you are the mighty portion of